welcome to the Herget Gymnasium for today's exclusive coverage of varsity volleyball as your Braintree Womps take on arch rival, the Weymouth Wildcats. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV, and Braintree coming to today's action 6-8 on the season. They need to get to that 10-win plateau. They have 6 games to go, so they have to win 4 out of their last 6 in order to get to the postseason, facing a Weymouth team they've already beaten earlier this season at Weymouth 3-2. So it should be a very good match between these two teams that obviously know each other very well. And we'll have the first set right after this. Stay with us here on BCAM TV. Start of the first set with Braintree serving to begin the game. Best out of 5. If tied after 2 apiece, we'll go to a 5th set up to 15. All the other ones going to 25, win by 2. As we are still awaiting the first point, as Braintree with a nice block at the net. And now it's knocked into the net by the Wildcats, and Braintree will strike first. So the Womps trying to do what they haven't been able to do, which is start quickly in a lot of their games, which has ultimately been their downfall a little bit this season. Probably one of their most promising defeats this season came against Needham, where they played here at home, and were with all 3 of those games against Needham, one of the best teams, if not the best team in Massachusetts. And Braintree ended up losing 3-0, but they brought 2 of the sets down to the wire, including one going 27-25 in that one. So the Womps coming in off a couple of tough losses to some of the more superior talent. And Weymouth getting on the board with the point on the serving error by Braintree. That one close to being another serving error against Weymouth, as that one is in play by Braintree on the back line, as they take a 2-point advantage, 3-1. Serve from Kokoris, as that one played to the far side, and that one way miss-hit. Trying to kill that ball, and sometimes what you want to do in the sport of volleyball is just try and hit it so hard that you think the other team won't be able to hit it, and then you end up losing the finesse and the touch. As Kokoris with another nice serve. Braintree leads by 3 points, and now it's chopped in half, 2-2. So a 4-2 game as Braintree leads here in the opening set. O'Donnell far line, and yes, it's inbounds as Braintree again strikes. So Braintree continuing to stay out in front, up by their largest lead now of 3, as that is an excellent serve and the first ace of the match. As you will go and serve again. That one popped up in the air when it goes to the opposite side. The left-handed hit is returned by Braintree, and now Kokoris, as that one was swatted back. Womps setting it up again, and the quick touch from Morin. As we continue, back and forth we go. Braintree up by 4, looking to go up 5, as that one blocked at the net and landing on the Braintree side of the court, as Weymouth gets a point back. Weymouth again able to crawl a little closer, back within 2 now. Quick touch from O'Donnell as Braintree back with it on their side of the court. And McNeil with the kill. As that one is out of bounds off of Weymouth, and Braintree able to strike with a couple consecutive. Again, back up by their largest lead of 4 here in the early set. Nice dig from Kokoris as Braintree playing it to the middle of the court. Both Kokoris and Wishart in the area, and they're able to work it over the net. O'Donnell, and he finds the open spot in the middle of the court as 2 converging Wildcat players not able to go for the ball. And Braintree now up by 5 and serving. 9-4 as the jump serve from O'Donnell. And Braintree doing a good job getting a piece, slowing it down on the way back from Weymouth. It's a left-handed knock from McNeil. On the return, as that one kicked up, and it's in play. Blocked twice, and Braintree with the point. The acrobatic play, using your feet. Obviously, the average viewer, you would say that that would not be allowed, but it is actually allowed. You can use your feet. Generally doesn't work, but it did in that case for Braintree. As that one scolded into the net, and Braintree now with their largest lead continuing to go up by 7, and we'll see if Weymouth decides to take a timeout if they don't get this point. That one played to a good spot on the court, but a nice running play from Kokoris as Morin able to keep his footing as he poked it over the net. And now it's in play as Weymouth able to cut back into it. The lead stands at 6, 11-5 as Weymouth serves here in the first set. And that one is knocked out of bounds. So the second serving mistake against Weymouth already here in the first set. As McNeil will serve for the first time here in this one, and he returns the favor with a serving mistake of Braintree's own. Set and the pass now for Morin, and there is the kill. And Weymouth right now being bombarded by the Womps, who have come out of the gates firing. This is certainly a game that Braintree must have. Again, you need to win 4 more in order to make it to the postseason with 6 games remaining, and this is certainly one that they should win. As the 4 hits on the Weymouth side of the court, resulting in the Braintree point. And they're now up by 8. There is the dig from Wishart as McNeil backs in the order to Wishart on the opposite side. As that one's still alive, and now nobody able to converge to the ball as Weymouth able to get the point. Martin able to elevate at the net. As now back to Kokoris, and a nice dig as Braintree able to get a piece, and the diving effort by McMartin to no avail. So Weymouth with back-to-back points to close it back to 6 at 14-8. Kokoris has that one deflect off the fingertips and out of bounds. Still haven't seen a timeout on either side. Braintree is up 7 and serving. Block as Weymouth has to return it. And they're not able to do so. Pretty convincing start for Braintree here out of the gates. Able to double up the Wildcats right now, 16-8. And that one is mishit, going just out of bounds. A long high serve as on the third hit. It is over, and Braintree not able to get to that one, as that one dropped right in front of Burke and McNeil. Good hit from O'Donnell, but that was an alert read on the opposite side of the court as Braintree again strikes for another. As the size right now for Braintree starting to pose a challenge. Both Kokoris and O'Donnell there on that challenge, as well as Wishart. And Braintree's really front line, one of the bigger. Pass the middle of the court, and O'Donnell, no deflection, out of bounds. And that one pushed back over as Weymouth able to elevate for the point and an alert read. As they're back within 7 at 18-11. Going to the far side of the court, that one may have been out of bounds. So, of course, wasn't taking a chance, and now he finds the open spot. So Braintree 6 points away from victory here in set 1. Looking to make quick work of Weymouth. As that one batted into the net. And Braintree up by 9, 20-11. You continuing to serve well as he goes to that near side, and the violation will be against Weymouth. Largest lead of the match at 10, and now it's 11. As Weymouth continuing to struggle here in the first set. Strong serve on a line, and a serving mistake by Yu. But he had 3 successful serves prior to it, getting points for Braintree. Both teams with 2 serving mistakes each. As Braintree leads 22-12, and now 23-12. The attempted spike, and Braintree there on the block. Morin able to get a piece, as well as Wishart, who was there in the area. And Braintree now with set point. And that'll do it here in set 1 as Braintree wins it, going away 25-12 in the opening set here at Braintree High School. And the Womps with a great start out of the gates, and it translated over all the way through that first match. So we'll see what's in store for set number 2 with Braintree leading 1-0.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
Back at the Herget Gymnasium with Braintree up 1-0. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV, and Braintree winning 25-12 in the opening set as we are getting ready to see the referee on the far side trying to get the lineup straightened out, as they'll first look at Braintree and then Weymouth. But Braintree, really no challenge in that first set. They led from the beginning and really weren't too many mistakes on either side actually in that first set. Just 2 mistakes on each side on the serving, and Braintree also had an ace of their own, so things clearly going in the right direction for Braintree here in the opening set, and they're looking to carry it over to set number 2, as we are now officially ready to go, as Weymouth will serve to begin set 2. Of course, didn't get all of that one as Weymouth instead knocks it right into the net. So a couple opportunities here in the match that Weymouth haven't been able to take advantage of. That was one of them, where they had a lot of space to work with and hit that one directly into the net instead of getting a little bit more underneath. And now nobody converging to the ball, and it lands right in between 2 Weymouth players as the Womps go up 2-0. Good hard serve as Kokoris with an athletic play able to get back to it. McMartin with the quick tap. Pass to the far side of the court. It's blocked, and it is inbounds on the Braintree side of the court. As Weymouth gets on the board, it's 2-1. McNeil with a rocket of a hit and a good dig as that one goes out of bounds. Yu has been excellent on his serves here in the match, and he continues as Braintree gets another point while he serves. And that one inbounds and an ace, as there is the second for Braintree here in the match, and Yu with another. Five to 1 is the advantage for Braintree. Middle of the court, Morin, and that was a good dig on the opposite side of the court as we continue back and forth with good play on both sides. And that one knocked into the net by Weymouth. Nice diving play as play stays alive. O'Donnell going to the opposite side of the court, and the tap down is a good read from McNeil, able to elevate. Braintree really on cruise control since the start, and it's continued here into the second set as that one goes out of bounds. Another good exchange of sets there for Yu as Weymouth gives the point right back on a serving error. Both teams with 3 each. And there is another kill, as there is again McNeil. He has a very good kill shot. Very sneaky shot that he continues to surprise opponents with. And that one's out of bounds, no deflection. And Braintree all over this one here in the set, up 10-2. Earlier in the season, these two teams met at Weymouth, and it took 5 sets to decide it, with Braintree winning it 3-2. But this one doesn't seem to be going in that direction. That was also very early in the season, where the two teams were at different stages. Braintree has now found a little bit more of the rhythm that they were looking for. Tap down and on to the Weymouth side of the court. Again, the elevation is in favor of Braintree. They continue to rise up and get the important points. Deflected up in the air. Back towards the net and a little bit too far. Head coach Standard looking for a net violation on Weymouth. There was none coming. Good effort on the Weymouth side, but they're not able to knock it back over the net. That's Braintree back up by 10 at 13-3. The attempted block by Wishart and Morin, and now it's McNeil, and that one off the line judge as it's out of bounds. Weymouth with the short tap, and this time they will be called for the net violation. (14-4), Braintree back up by 10. Right towards the net, and Braintree not able to get to it before it hit the net, as Wishart was trying to get over there by the head referee overlooking the net. And that serve goes out of bounds, as Weymouth now with 4 serving mistakes. That one hit off the pipe above the net and pinballed back over to the Weymouth side as Braintree gets the point. And Braintree's up by 11 at 16-5. Good hit as the kill is given. Braintree still at a 10-point advantage as Weymouth serves, down 16-6. Push to the far side. That one may have been going out of play. And that one now caroms all the way off the back wall and out of bounds. Weymouth with their first ace of the match, as that one got the kind carom off the top of the net. Blocked, and Weymouth with their best sequence of the match. So I'm flipping a little bit here in the second set, but still with plenty of room to work with, up 7. Make it 8 now, as the kill from Kokoris. And the ace from Kokoris. Braintree's 3rd of the match. So after a kill, now an ace. Push from Wishart to McNeil. The left-handed hit nicely around the sticks above the net. As Burke has to get it towards the net, which he does, and an alert play. Braintree returns it in 3 hits, and now that one was just mishit on the way to the net. You can see that the pass was supposed to be to the middle and ended up going behind. Braintree's back up by 10 at 19-9. Another good serve from Kokoris as he continues to excel. McNeil blocked, but it's on the Weymouth side of the court, and Braintree is up 11. Womps 5 points away from victory here in set 2, and a chance to go up 2-0. A lot of mental mistakes so far here in the game for Weymouth, and that was one of them. Braintree gives a point back on the serving error. (22-10). Braintree serving, and up big. Right now the team's having a little bit of trouble getting the serves over successfully. That's that one into the middle of the court. Kokoris able to knock it back over. And it is out of bounds. Two more points until set point for the Womps. And now it is set point. 24-11 as Braintree won set 1 25-12, pretty much a similar second set. As that one pinballs around, Braintree able to return it towards the net, and the alert play by Weymouth able to get it back in the direction of the net, and it ends up being a Braintree point anyway, as the Womps win it 25-11, and Braintree goes up 2-0 here at the Herget Gymnasium, and the Womps on cruise control here at home, trying to pick up their 7th win of the season. Welcome back to the Herget Gymnasium, start of the 3rd set with Braintree up 2-0, winning both very convincingly, 25-12 in set 1 and 25-11 in set 2. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV, and the Womps are up 2-0, trying to close it out in straight sets to try and improve to 7-8 on the season with a victory. And Braintree again, for the third consecutive game, has gone up by a point to begin it. Start so important, especially in the sport of volleyball, to try and start ahead. And Braintree has done that. And now the first 3. The Womps go up 2-0 here on the miss hit. Block, and the trio there at the net. O'Donnell, I think, ultimately got the piece of it, but McMartin and Kokoris were also there in the area to try and get a piece. And that has been the difference here in the match, has been Braintree's size, continuing to pose an issue for Weymouth. Pass to the near side, and a nice dig this time as Burke with the pass. And now it is Wishart to O'Donnell, and O'Donnell with the kill. Braintree leads 4-0 here in set 3. Right in front of the Weymouth bench. Again, it is knocked out, and it's 5-0 Braintree. Chance, and this time Weymouth able to convert, and they get on the board, 5-1. Double block as it pinballs up high and over the net, but out of bounds. As Weymouth with a good diving effort. Six to 1 is the lead for Braintree. And the double hit going on Weymouth. Of course, with the strong serve. Middle of the court as that deflects off of Braintree and out of bounds as Weymouth gets their second point of this match, or of this set. They haven't gotten a ton of them here in the match overall. 12 in set 1 and just 11 in set 2. And they have 2 so far here in the beginning stages, down 7-2. McNeil, and that one's out of bounds. So in with a little surge. And no reaction there from Weymouth as that one lands right in a perfect spot, far corner. Braintree goes back to 5, up 8-3. And that one lands just off the line. Another serving error. That's 6 now for Braintree here in the match. As Weymouth gets the ace, the kind bounce again off the top of the net. Left-handed attempt from McNeil is blocked, and now he knocks it into the net. And Braintree has yet to have to use a timeout here in the match. May be forced to use one if they don't get a point here. As Weymouth is as close as they've been in a while. Down just 2. And now they're down 1. Braintree will not take a timeout. And now they will. So I was under the impression that Braintree would, and just like that, Coach Stannard takes a timeout with her team. Now just up by a point, 8-7. We'll take a break here on BCAM TV as Braintree leads 8-7, up 2-0 here against Weymouth. Back after the timeout. Weymouth serving and up or down by a point. And now they are tied at 8. And that's out of bounds as Braintree goes back up 9-8. I don't think that Weymouth has had the lead at all here in the match in either of the first two, and now pretty much just about half of the third set. Good dig from Kokoris is right in the middle of the court, and McNeil's hit, just a hammering shot. Again, you see that deception from McNeil, able to just rocket that. You don't see it coming, and all of a sudden he lets it go, and it's an absolute rocket. Going short, and no ace, as that one gets a kind roll for Weymouth. And Wishart rather, what a play. Over the shoulder, the blind hit. After pretty much a lucky play on the Weymouth side to get it back over, Braintree able to get the point anyway. Block, as it's staying alive. And it is knocked over, as Braintree has another chance. The pass was misjumped by Morin, but he's able to regain his footing, and Braintree gets the point, and Braintree has responded well from that timeout. They're up 12-8 here in the third set. Blocked, and Braintree again getting the point, and they're on a run now of 5-0. Right now, if Weymouth wants to keep this going, they're going to have to make a run of their own, as that one gets the job done, and Weymouth clawing within 4. And deflection at the net, as Braintree gets the point back to go up by 5, 14-9. So Weymouth was able to close it as close as 8-8, but they haven't been able to get any closer than that. And now we keep continuing to go up and up for the Womps. They're up 6 and still serving, as McNeil will get another chance. Braintree serves it into the net. McNeil and Braintree now with 7 total team errors. And Wishart is going to be given the double hit. Weymouth hitting that one well out of play right behind the Braintree bench. As the Wildcats try and get back in it, but they continue to allow Braintree to go back and forth with points as the Womps are up 5. Punched over by Weymouth. And now it is McMartin, and McMartin with the kill. That one going right through the fingertips. As it's mishit. And Braintree up by 7. Trying to make very quick work and win this one in straight sets by 3 of double-digit margin. It's Braintree now with their 8th serving error here of the match. As Weymouth gives it right back with their 5th of their own. And Braintree's lead is 7, 19-12. The jump serve. As that one goes out of bounds off of the Womps. Jump serve, as Braintree's lead is 6. Make it 7 on a beautiful hit by O'Donnell. Able to get the kill down the near side of the court, right in front of the Womp spelled out on the Weymouth side. Serving errors starting to pile up a little bit here on the Braintree side, as that's 9 now. McNeil coming off and Sullivan coming in. With the backwards pass to McMartin, and that one is returned well, and O'Donnell will put it away. (21-14), the lead for Braintree, just 4 points away. Braintree really sprinkling it in well, making it very mysterious what they're going to do, as you see the player jump up like he's going to hit it, and it actually goes to the player behind, as Braintree's lead is 8, 22-14, and they've just about secured it here at the Herkish Gymnasium, just 3 points away from an easy victory to cruise control. Weymouth getting a point on a solid hit, as Braintree again will be defending the serve. This one goes off the net and bounces back, as Weymouth has now 6 serving mistakes and really can't afford any more mistakes now from here on out, as Braintree just 2 points away from closing it out. Just 2 more points for Braintree, and they picked up their 7th win of the season. Trying to get back to 500, and that one was hit twice. It's called a carry anyway, but Sullivan too strong on that one, as he hits it out of bounds, and lead down to 6. As Braintree's having some fun out there. Play is alive, as is tapped over by Wishart. See if Braintree gets a block, and they didn't need it. As Weymouth with another big mistake. And it's now match point for the Womps. Serve from Sullivan is a good one, as Braintree again, this is match point. Weymouth is able to continue it for the moment. And a nice hit from Yu. And that one is inbounds. As again, match point, 24-18. Braintree up by 6. Trying to close it out and put it away in straight sets. And that is it here at Braintree High School as the Womps win 3-0 here today over the Weymouth Wildcats. 25-12 in set 1, 25-11 in set 2. And here in set 3, 25-18. So really no challenge here today from Weymouth as the two teams faced each other early in the season. Braintree had all they could handle in that one, winning that one 3-2, but this one a much different as these two teams going in different directions. Braintree going on the up and Weymouth going on the down as these two teams near the pretty much just over the halfway point of the season, maybe a couple games over, as Braintree has now after today 6 games left, as the Womps now have picked up their 7th win. 5 games left, 7 wins now on the season. It was 6 heading into this, it's now 5. As Braintree is now 7-8 on the season with the victory here, 3-0 over arch rival Weymouth. So the Womps have their hands full, and head coach Roberta Standard and her squad trying to make a last season run at the postseason. We'll see if they can get it done here as the season comes to a close. For the final time here, Braintree beats Weymouth 3-0. For John Orfanos, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.